Okay, here's a little guided tour of my DIY cello now that most of the electronics are in. Right, here's the back. Here's where all the gubbins are. So in here, this is the pickup inside. It's a butchered version of the band by Headway, which usually wraps around a cello. So it's like an inner tube thing with a pickup inside it. And that goes into this preamp here, which is just a cheap Behringer preamp that I've rehoused because it was in a huge heavy box, and I put it in this old tobacco tin so I could glue it to the top. And it's got a bit of EQ and just boosts the signal from the pickup so you don't get loads of noise. Speaking of loads of noise, I need to cover these at some point so they don't pick up loads of interference. This is a little filter thing which I'll talk about in a minute. Here is the distortion circuit which I built into. It's like a fuzz circuit. I wanted like a grumbly distortion, so I made that foolishly because it took ages and I fucked it up so many times. Oh god, I'm going to show you inside it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's chaotic, but it works. Let's just put that back on there. Yeah, so that goes to the output, which is down here. So here I've got the jack out. I'm going to put an XLR out at some point. Here's the 9-volt in. As you can see, I like a nice big old knob. These, I've got a lot of these from boot sales and stuff, or some of them are from bits of gear that people have given me or picked up over the years. These are from an old cassette recorder that my friend Duncan gave me. Thank you, Duncan. This is from boot sale, I think. I can't remember. And then, yeah, just little bits and bobs from old gear. You don't tend to get it in charity shops, so you have to look in slightly weird places. Or online, but that's boring. Right, what do they do? So this is fuzz level, this is bias, so it's the amount of power essentially going to the pedal. I think that's right. This is the on-off switch for the fuzz. This is the fuzz master volume. This is incredibly simple high-pass filter made up of like 3 parts. I don't know if you can see. So I can cut a bit of the low end because the preamp low end was overloading the fuzz. And here's the mute switch. I put a light on it to tell me that it's muted, so I wouldn't just start playing with it muted, as I do have a tendency to do things like that. That's what it sounds like. What?